used the National Park X-ray machine there a couple of years ago, and we think we found the ramps actually that went up into the, and that helped us find the location of the barn. But anyway, that goes on up there, showing that there. So that's there. Now we've got a real special deal, and I love Sherry's depiction of Belle Starr, who was held captive here at the house during the Civil War. She was a young lady from Carthage, Belle Shirley, and before she actually got her reputation for being a Confederate spy, and of course later married into the outlaw families, but she was riding a horse through the area here, the story goes, and she was captured, and the troopers that were here, because Mr. Ritchie was a Union man. He was not he in the town of Newtonia was really a Union garrison during the war, and Mr. Ritchie, the troops are staying here, and they caught her because they were going to go up the next morning and capture her brother in Carthage. They heard he was up there and execute him for being a Confederate spy. Well, supposedly she played the piano, maybe kind of like Bob Darsh did here 100 years later. They're in that same house. Played the piano for them and stayed overnight, was held upstairs in what now is the Black Room. And then the next day, the troopers got up early in the morning and headed to Carthage. There's two stories. One story says she escaped out the back window. Another story said, well, they let her go because being a woman, she couldn't, hurt anything. Yeah, well, they were wrong. She was better than most of those troopers in being a horse lady or a horseman, and she could handle a horse better than they could. She knew the back roads, and she beat the troopers to Carthage. And when and warned her brother, and he got away. And when they got there, they were surprised to see her on the front porch in Carthage. They're offering them a glass of lemonade or tea or something, and they thought they'd left her back there in Newtonia. But that's a great depiction of Belle Starr heading out there back to Carthage after her escape, for sure. Bob Darsh is depicted here next. Bob and his family owned the house from 1960 until maybe up into the 87. Almost 90, yeah, over 30 years, or good 30 years. And Bob wasn't here a lot. He was in Canada and other places playing his piano, but you'd always know when Bob would come home because the house he'd get out there and he'd do a lot of work and everything. And I can remember, well, Bob must be home because everything. But the family did a great job over the years in keeping the house up, living in it. It's just like a car. If you park a car in a garage and don't use it, it's not. But is there any of the Darsh family here, Tim? I thought I saw Tim here. Did they make it today? Okay, I was hoping they would there. But we're real honored at that. And then even before Bob died, he did a concert and did a video of that, allowed us to do a video of his concert, and then allowed us to have the video to sell. And it's probably the last performance that he gave there before his death. So we do have that video for sale. In fact, we have several things for sale for you there at the house. Okay, that's number 5. Number 6, Newtonia Band. And I'm talking about Bobby. David, tell us about anything about the Newtonia Band.
There's the drum.
There's the drum. Okay, is that it? You can see the drum is there in that, and it tells you a little bit here. Now, I also want to tell you that Larry and Kay and David and I don't know who else is working on a book there about Newtonia, and some of these, you're going to have a mural section, I think.